Hey guys, let's talk about simplifying ratios, okay? So if a ratio is a comparison of two quantities with the same unit, it can be represented in multiple ways, okay? So it could be represented, like if you get your ratio, it could be represented, you could write it like 1, 9, right? Or you could write it like 1 divided by 9. It's the same thing, right? The ratio can be expressed as both of those. So, a ratio is simplified if the two quantities being compared share no common factors other than 1. So we could see that 1 and 9 share nothing in common besides, well, 1 has the factorization of just 1 times 1, 9 has 1 times 9, and 3 times 3, right? So the only thing they have in common is 1. Simplifying a ratio is similar to simplifying a fraction in its lowest terms. So we would take the numbers and write them in prime factored form. Remember that? And then divide out any factors that are common to both quantities in the ratio. Okay. So if a ratio on the left hand of left-handed students to right-handed students is 4 to 36, both quantities have a common factor of 4, right? 4 goes into 4, and 4 goes into 36. So then we would divide out the common factor, and then that would leave the simplified ratio is 1 to 9. Again, we could write that as 1 to 9, or 1 divided by 9. Okay? So 28 of the 40 students in a math class are female. So we know that 28 of the 40 are female. Write the ratio of female students to the total students. So we want to write, let me get a different color so we don't be boring. So we know that we have 28 females, right? And we have 40 total. So we would write that like 28 over 40. And then we would see what they have in common. Well, 4 goes into both of them, right? We could list them in prime factored form if you wanted to, but we could see that 4 goes into this 7 times. And 4 goes into 40 10 times. Well, 7 and 10 have nothing in common, so that would be our final answer, right? 7 to 10. Sometimes when you divide something, you can see, like when you first start simplifying, you can see that you don't get like your most simplified answer. So I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do it in a way that you will not get your most simplified, just to show you how to do it if you do that, if by chance that happens with you, okay? So we have 6 of 24 roses in a vase of red. So we have 6 red. And we have a total of 24. Okay. We want to write the ratio of red roses to total roses in its simplest form. Always go to the very simplest form. So we're going to have 6 over 24. I didn't do this to start with, so I'm going to have to. So let's say we see that 3 goes into both of these. So 3 goes into 6 2 times. And 3 goes into 24 8 times, right? And then we're like, oh wait. But we could take this even further. What color do we want to do? Pink. Pink makes me happy. So we see that 2 goes into 2 1 time, and 2 goes into 8 4 times, right? So if you see that, like, you make your attempt at simplification, but then it's still not all the way simplified, it's not in its simplest form, then you could do it again, right? Now, how I did it the first time, which would be like the way that you would want to go, is I had 6 over 24, right? And I see that 6 goes into 24. Well, 6 goes into 6 1 time, 6 goes into 24 4 times. So that would be just jumping to the simplest form. Right, but sometimes with bigger numbers you miss that, and then you'll need to simplify again, and that's how you would do it, okay? Alright, well, I'm going to leave it with you guys. to work the last few by yourselves, okay? And as always, the answer key will be posted and you can check your solutions at the end. All right, well, I hope you have the best day.